Let's have a frank conversation. One that most men think about, but very few are willing to say out loud. It's about a quiet change, a slow fading of something that once felt like a core part of your power, your vitality, your erections. Perhaps it started subtly. They weren't as strong, as reliable. Maybe a moment of intimacy was interrupted by a loss of firmness, and with it came a cold sting of anxiety, a feeling of being less than. If this sounds familiar, listen closely. This is not a personal failure, and it is most certainly not a life sentence. My name is Dr. Beatrice Shaw. As a urologist for over a decade, I've had this exact conversation with thousands of men. We've replaced shame with science, and we've built blueprints to reclaim what was lost. Today, I'm bringing that confidential conversation to you. We're going to dive deep into why this happens. Then we are going to build a powerful, actionable plan to fight back. Because the old saying, use it or lose it, isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a physiological command. And today, you'll learn how to obey it. So, to fix a machine, you must understand its components. An erection is a marvel of biological engineering, relying on 4 interconnected systems. With age, each one faces unique challenges. First, and most critically, is blood flow. Your penis is a hydraulic system. To work, blood must rush into the erectile tissues, the corpora cavernosa, and it must be trapped there under high pressure. The gatekeeper for this process is a delicate inner lining of your blood vessels called the endothelium. When you're aroused, your nerves release a key molecule, nitric oxide. This tells the endothelium to relax the muscle cells in your arteries, allowing them to widen dramatically, a process called vasodilation. When you're young, this system is pristine. Your blood vessels are like new, flexible fire hoses. But over time, conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and smoking damage that delicate endothelium. Plaque builds up in a process called atherosclerosis. Your vessels become stiff and narrow. Your body can't produce nitric oxide as efficiently. That powerful fire hose becomes more like a stiff old garden hose with kinks in it. The pressure drops and the erection suffers. This is why we say what's good for your heart is critical for your penis. The second system is your nervous system. Arousal is born in the brain. That desire sends an electrical impulse down your spinal cord and through a complex web of nerves in your pelvis. These nerves are the final messengers that release the nitric oxide right where it's needed. With age, and especially with conditions like diabetes, these delicate nerve fibers can become damaged. It's called neuropathy. The signal from command and control becomes weaker, slower, like you've been downgraded from a fiber optic connection to old dial-up. The message might still get sent, but it arrives late, garbled, or not at all. Pelvic surgeries, for prostate cancer for instance, or even chronic pressure from something like a poorly fitted bicycle seat, can physically damage this essential wiring. Third, let's talk about the fuel, your hormones. Testosterone is the primary male sex hormone. It doesn't directly create the erection, but it fuels your libido, your desire. It's the motivational force that gets the entire process started. It gets the engine revving in your brain. After age 40, a man's testosterone naturally begins a slow decline. For some, this drop is more significant. When testosterone is low, the fire of your libido can dim. You have fewer spontaneous sexual thoughts, less interest. This means your brain is sending fewer arousal signals to begin with, which leads to fewer erections. It's a feedback loop. Low desire leads to less use, and less use weakens the machinery further. It's a cycle of decline. Finally, we have the pilot, your mind. Your psychology is monumentally powerful. Stress, anxiety, depression, relationship issues, they all play a role. But the most direct enemy of an erection is performance anxiety. It only takes one time, one instance where things don't go as planned. The next time, you're not lost in the moment with your partner. You're in your head running a constant diagnostic. Is it working? Is it hard enough? Oh no, I think I'm losing it. This inner monologue triggers your body's fight or flight response. flooding your system with catecholamines like adrenaline. Adrenaline is the physiological kill switch for an erection. It constricts blood vessels to prepare your body to escape danger. You cannot be genuinely anxious and fully erect. The pilot is panicking, and in response, he shuts the entire machine down to divert power elsewhere. So, let's recap. You might have aging plumbing, potentially frayed wiring, a lower octane fuel supply, and a panicked pilot. It's no wonder the machine isn't performing like it used to. But now that we understand the why, we can build the how. I call this the penile preservation protocol. It's a holistic strategy to turn back the clock. First, we fortify the foundation. You cannot have a healthy penis in an unhealthy body. This starts with movement. 30 minutes of brisk walking, jogging, or cycling, 5 days a week is non-negotiable. It improves endothelial function and keeps blood vessels flexible. Next, your diet. Adopt a Mediterranean-style diet, rich in vegetables, fish, olive oil, and nuts. These foods fight inflammation and protect your arteries. Reduce processed junk and sugar. Strength training is also key, as it can naturally boost testosterone levels. And do not neglect your Kegels. Yes, Kegels for men. You have a pelvic floor muscle, the bulbocavernosus, which is critical for rigidity. Strengthening it is like adding a clamp to the base of the erection, preventing blood from leaking out. Finally, prioritize sleep. Your body repairs itself and produces the most testosterone during deep sleep. It's also when you have 3-5 nocturnal erections, which are your body's natural use-it mechanism, bathing the tissue in oxygen. Skimping on sleep is sabotaging your erectile health. Now for the core principle. Use it or lose it. The erectile tissue of the penis is not like other muscles. If it is not regularly filled and stretched with oxygenated blood, it undergoes a process called fibrosis. Scar-like tissue forms, and the chambers lose their ability to expand and hold blood. The tissue literally atrophies and can even shrink. This means you must take manual control. I tell my patients they need to have a firm erection, a penile workout, at least 3 times a week. This is not necessarily about sex or orgasm, it is about physiological maintenance. Masturbation, in this context, becomes a therapeutic health practice, essential for keeping the machinery from getting rusty and seizing up. If you've done all this and still struggle, it's time to call for backup. A smart man uses every tool at his disposal. Talk to your doctor. This is an act of strength. We can check your testosterone, assess your cardiovascular risk, and review your medications. A conversation with a professional is the first step in a strategic counterattack. We have excellent tools. Oral medications like sildenafil or tadalafil don't create desire, but they work wonders on the plumbing by amplifying the effect of nitric oxide. Some men even benefit from a low daily dose of tadalafil, which keeps the blood vessels prepped and ready, promoting spontaneous erections. Reject any stigma you might feel. These are not crutches. They are tools to help you perform that essential use-it maintenance, breaking the cycle of anxiety and restoring healthy tissue function. It's easy to get lost thinking about the man you used to be, but the mission is not to become a 25-year-old again. That man's journey is over. The mission is to build the most potent, vital, and confident version of the man you are today. Erectile health is a mirror reflecting your overall health. When you choose to address it, you are choosing to invest in your entire well-being. You have the blueprint. Fortify the foundation, embrace the use it or lose it mandate, and have the courage to ask for help. Don't allow a natural part of aging to define you. The power to write a new chapter is in your hands. This isn't about chasing a memory, it's about creating a new reality where you are wise, experienced, and fully confidently alive. Thank you for taking this time for yourself today. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and share it with a man you care about. And in the comments below, let's start a real conversation. No shame, just support. Take charge, be upright, and I'll see you in the next video.